Oh, yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as it was breaking news 2 weeks ago that Lil Durk and 5 other either OTF affiliates or associates were taken into federal custody and charged and indicted on a murder for hire plot for Quando Rondo and the murder of his cousin, Lil Paul, back in 2022. And with Durk's status in this game, it was everywhere, all over the news, everybody talking about it, as now it broke into the news earlier today that Lil Durk has officially been indicted and hit with 2 other charges in this case. Now, Megan Kniff is a reporter. She put it up on Twitter today as the news came out from Justice.gov. Chicago rapper Lil Durk charged in superseding indictment alleging murder for hire plot to kill rival near Beverly Center Mall in 2022. Los Angeles. A Grammy Award-winning Chicago rapper has been charged in a superseding federal grand jury indictment alleging he conspired with others to murder a rival rapper, resulting in the shooting death of the rival's relative that occurred at a gas station near the Beverly Shopping Center Mall in Los Angeles in August 2022. The Justice Department announced today. Durk Banks, 32, a.k.a. Lil Durk Blood, and Mustafa Abdul Malak of Chicago is charged with 1 count of conspiracy, 1 count of use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death, and 1 count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms and a machine gun and possession of such firearms in furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death. The indictment adds 2 felony charges against Banks, who previously was charged with via criminal complaint in this case. The 4-count superseding indictment returned late Thursday adds Banks as the lead defendant to a previous indictment returned October 17th and charging the following defendants in connection with the August 2022 murder. Banks was arrested on October 17th near Miami International Airport after law enforcement learned that Banks had been booked on multiple international flights. A federal magistrate judge in Miami has ordered him jailed without bond until he is transferred to Los Angeles for arraignment. All 6 defendants, none of whom has yet entered a plea to the charges, are expected to be arraigned in the United States District Court downtown Los Angeles in the coming weeks. Banks feuded with the victim, identified in court documents as TB. The feud stemmed from a November 6, 2022 murder in which an associate of TB shot and killed an OTF rapper named Davon Bennett, aka King Von. Bennett and Banks were close friends. In response to Bennett's murder, Banks allegedly put a bounty on TB's life. On August 19, 2022, several OTF members and associates used 2 vehicles and worked in tandem to track, stalk, and attempt to murder TB for hours, culminating in a shooting at a gasoline station located near the Beverly Center shopping mall. The co-conspirators used multiple guns, including a machine gun, and fired at least 18 rounds at TB's vehicle, striking and killing a victim identified in court documents as SR, who was TB's family member who had been traveling with TB. Banks allegedly ordered TB's murder, and the hitman used money from Banks and OTF-related finances to carry out the hit. Bank and flight records show that an OTF member and close associate of Banks coordinated and paid for 5 co-conspirators to travel from Chicago to California on the day of the murder. Around the time the one-way flights were purchased, Banks told the OTF associate booking the flights, "Don't book no flights under my name's involved with me." The same day, the hitman traveled from Chicago to California. Banks also traveled to California in a private jet with another co-conspirator, Kevon London Grant, 28, aka Cuz and Bunny. Later that day, Grant allegedly purchased ski masks for the shooters to use to commit the murder and paid using a credit card in Banks' name for the other co-conspirators' hotel room. The 5 other defendants are in federal custody in Illinois, their initial court appearances in Chicago. They remain charged with 1 count of conspiracy, 1 count of use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire, resulting in death, and 1 count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms and a machine gun and possession of firearms and furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death. Jones faces an additional count of possession of a machine gun. An indictment contains allegations that a defendant has committed a crime. Every defendant is presumed to be innocent until proven guilty in court. If convicted, all the defendants would face statutory maximum sentence of life in federal prison. The FBI and the Los Angeles Police Departments are investigating this matter. And I most definitely do want to send condolences to the families of the deceased in this storyline. Lil Paul shot and killed at that gas station. No matter what the outcome is, he's no longer here. His loved ones, his family, his friends, anybody going through it with his loss. Also, the situation with King Von, him and another guy lost their life this night in this storyline that happens in our community a lot. So I most definitely want to send the family who's still grieving that condolences. But as y'all heard right there, Durk officially charged, now has 3. I can't say why they charging him with the guns. Are they saying, well, you don't get shot, well, they don't do this shooting, so we gonna charge you with the guns as well, and also the shooting as well with it, because that instead of the 1 count that they had put him in on the complaint on, it's now official that he has 3 of those. And I'll say this, innocent until proven guilty of the court of law. I can't convict nobody from the cell phone. They say that they have proof. This is federal. There is somebody that has given some type of information. They have witnesses on the complaints and on the indictment that they have, but they have not put out no names. They're going to keep a lot of stuff private until they get their discovery and things like that, and then we shall see. But I did want to come in and update y'all with this, and this is where it get real at. We ain't going to speak on their situation. They got to wait till they day in court. But I'm going to tell you like this, bro. This that deep end of that water. This when it get dark. This when it get dark. The bottom of the ocean, the bottom of the swamp that you can't see. First, you be in shallow water when you first dive in. But when you get deep, sometimes you get in too deep. And when you get in too deep, you bound to drizzle on, my nigga, because can't nobody come throw you no life jacket. You're going to have to get in there and fight it in the courtroom. You got to spend a lot of money. But the most important thing, you're going to be going through it. But guess who else going to have to go through it? Your kids, your family, your loved ones, for you to go be a part of this system. The system that's a system in the system in the system. And keep on system in system in rotation. What's the rotation? You commit the crime, whatever the crime is. Then you go to jail. You pay for lawyers. You take your family through everything with you. Then you go to jail. And if you get out and get another opportunity, you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, then you go back into the system where they make money off of you. You become their property. You are now an official legal slave of this system. The system always systeming. The goal is to get out that system. And the reason why you want to stay out the system, because we was born into a system. And it's on us, because we under the system regardless. We in this country regardless. The thing is, don't get caught in the deep end of that system that you can't swim out of. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.